Hey, what is up guys? This is Anthony, aka BatBomb82, and today I'll be doing a review of the Neca Superman vs. Muhammad Ali 2-pack. Now, taking a look at the front, we can see that the figures are showcased in a window box packaging done with a boxing ring motif. Turning the box around, we can see the figures in multiple posing positions in comic book-like panels. At the very top, we can see the words, "The Fight to Save Earth" from Star Warriors. So with the box out of the way, let's crack these figures open and see what we have inside. And here are the figures out of the box. And man, I must say, this set definitely makes for one awesome display piece. I absolutely love the comic book style paint apps, but that's not to say these figures do have some minor problems here and there. So with this set finally in hand, let's take a closer look at Superman vs. Muhammad Ali. Alright guys, now let's take a closer look at Superman and Muhammad Ali. I'm going to start off with Superman first. So we've seen this figure before. I personally don't have it, but I'm almost positive this is just Christopher Reeve's Superman for the most part. Maybe the head might be a different sculpt. I think it is. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But yeah, it's for the most part the same sculpt that we've had with that figure. The only real big difference is the paint apps for the most part. And I love what NECA does with the paint apps of things like their video game line and even ones that are based on actual comic books. They give it this actual comic book paint apps to make it look like it just popped up straight from the comic book. So if you look at the muscle structure, the shading, all looks like it came out directly from a comic book panel right there. All looks very, very good. Like that a lot, see the dark shading right here on the trunks, even up and down the legs. I love how they gave like a cross-hatching shadow all around the figure. Looks pretty cool. The back is pretty bare for the most part, so that's not really a too big of a deal. But again, you can see it going up and down the arms just like that. Even the way they did the highlights on things like the gloves, I think are really cool. That gives it that more comic book feel, the way they did all that. Even in the hair, you can see those highlights in there, all came out very nice. They do such good work over there. I love what they do. We do get a soft goods cape that I really like. Really cool that they actually gave us the Superman, the all yellow Superman logo on the back of the cape. Not too many companies give us the yellow S on the back of the cape anymore. I don't know what it is, but they don't, so I'm glad NECA gave us that, so pretty cool. And the articulation is pretty much the same that we've seen with a thing like the Christopher Reeve Superman. He does have interchangeable hands, as you can see. He does have gloves, and they are just some little pegs like that. And you can interchange them for something like these flight hands that he has right here, and those work very well, and they go on very easily. And then once they're in, they actually stay in there pretty good. But for the most part, I'm pretty sure everyone's going to stick with the boxing gloves. I think for this set, I think that's why you really want it. So his articulation is pretty simple. It's on a ball joint, rolls around just like that. Does turn left and right, and I just noticed the black shading under the chin. That's pretty cool. It goes all the way up, all the way down, pivots side to side a bit. Arms go all the way up, down, out only about that far, which is a little disappointing. You get a single bend at the elbow, as well as rotation at the elbow, and the hands are on those pegs, so they can swivel and roll around a bit. Now the upper torso here for the Superman figure, this whole piece right here is actually a separate piece over the actual butt of the figure. So it does have a ball peg in here, so it does roll around just like that, as well as rotate, but it can crunch back and forth and pivot side to side. And when you do crunch it forward, you can actually see this rubber suit kind of moving along with the figure. You can kind of see it right there. So yeah, that's actually pretty cool how they did that. Odd choice, but I do like it. Moving down to the legs, you can kick forward about that much. Back pretty far. The soft trunks right here, the trunks are a softer plastic, so much like the shirt on the top like this. They can do the splits about that far, which is really nice. No rotation in there. You do get a single bend at the knee, as well as rotation at the knee. Nothing at the boot. But we do get an ankle joint, allows you to point the toe up and down. rotates side to side, and a little bit of an ankle rocker in there. So now let's take a look at Muhammad Ali. Because for me, I think this is probably the highlight piece, in my opinion, for this set. I think it's very, very cool. Same thing with him. You can see a lot of the aesthetics are done in a comic book feel, with like the cross-hatching of the shading and things like that, all up around the figure. All looks very, very nice, in my opinion. Nice muscle structure. I'm pretty sure we've seen this buck before with some figures from like their Rocky line that NECA puts out, so I'm pretty sure that's the exact same thing. I do not know if they've done a Muhammad Ali figure before. If so, this might be the first. Could be wrong, you know, but I do think that looks really, really good. I love that look so much. Even the highlighting right there on the hair looks really good. All this right here on the trunks looks very, very nice. It even says the Everlast right there. I mean, that's really cool. I wonder if they got sponsorship to do that. Like, I don't know. But the gloves look same thing with the gloves like on Superman. They got that blue highlighting right there. Looks really, really cool. Even the boots, excuse me, look nice. Nice black and like a grayish blue in there for some texture. All looks very, very cool. Like that a lot. Again, the back is kind of bare, much like Superman. But it looks really, really good. The articulation does work differently on this figure, a little bit. So the head is on a ball joint, does roll around just like that, rotates left and right, goes up and down, and pivots side to side. Arms go all the way up and down, out a little further, just like that, a little further than Superman. We get a single bend at the elbow, rotation at the elbow. The hands are on those ball pegs, so they do swivel side to side, as well as roll around a bit. We actually do get an ab crunch in there, so that rolls around just like that, rotates side to side, crunches back and forth, and pivots side to side a bit. One thing I do, it's a little disappointing, these shorts are a separate piece too. They are a softer plastic, but they're still pretty stiff. You cannot kick the legs forward much at all. So that's a little disappointing. So you're not going to get really too dynamic leg poses out of them. So you can rotate in there just like that. Single bend at the knee, as well as rotation at the knee. Get an ankle joint, allows you to point the toe up and down. Rotate side to side, ankle rocker, and we do get toe articulation. So it is a little different than the Superman. So overall, I think if you're really into this comic book, or just like what NECA does with these comic book lines, things like that, and their video game line, they're so unique and they're so beautifully sculpted and painted the way they do these things. I think it would be really good on your shelf and amongst your other displays, because I think for a set like this, they are definitely display pieces, and I think you would absolutely love them for your collection.
So for a quick size comparison, here they are standing next to a Marvel Legends Captain America figure, as well as a DCUC Batman figure. Also for comparison, here they are standing next to the NECA TMNT Leonardo figure, also based on comic book artwork. And just for fun, here they are standing next to little Lego Bat-Bomb. So there it is, guys. My review of the NECA Superman vs. Muhammad Ali 2-pack. Now overall, I really do love this set. It's got some wicked cool paint apps that I absolutely love what NECA does. They really go the extra mile at making things like comic book artwork come to life. Yes, these figures do have some problems with the articulation, but overall I think this would make a great display piece and they would look amazing in your collection. So please comment, like, and subscribe. Stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.